welcome to 9 o'clock in the morning. We're live from Daytona. Jeremy Shaw and John Hindhaugh. Johnny Palmer about to join us in the booth, and in the pit lane it's Shea Adam and Bruce Jones. 107.9 FM around the circuit. XM Sirius with Sirius channel 216 and XM 202. Of course on the IMSA app and at radiolemans.com, and in sound and vision for any market that doesn't have a national TV coverage deal. Well, that's on the player as well, all the way through to the finish. No brakes, just the action coming. Let's get ready to go racing again, as the Audi has just been nicked into gear there. I just saw it push forward about an inch or two, and the safety car bearing the colours, the iconic colours of Audi Sport, and those 80s and 90s Audi 90 Quattros that ran in IMSA trim. Andy Blackmore researching that down to a T and getting the exact right colours for that Audi safety car, which is rolling spot on. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, they said at IMSA Race Control. 9 o'clock it is. AJ Allmendinger leads the GT category in the 86 Acura NSX. He's broadcasting for NBCSN, our television partners this year, for IMSA and racing as well. Might he be able to take the victory? That would be an amazing double, wouldn't it?
Alonso.
And the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship is a few moments away from getting back to green flag racing. Let's see what the conditions are like out on the circuit. A quick check-in with Shea Adam down in the pit lane. Has the rain actually stopped, Shea?
No, but it is as light as it has been since about 4 o'clock this morning when it started raining, John.
Wow.
It's getting better out there. The big question that I've got in my mind right now, how many of these cars are not happy from being stationary for such a long period of time? Race cars do not like sitting still. They certainly do not like water in their electronic systems. Is that going to rear its ugly head? And if so, for whom? The first car who's going to be falling prey to that is the 50, the Juncos Racing Cadillac. They've already had a pretty rough debut. They wanted to bring the car straight back to the pit box, but were told no. They had to go out and serve a lap as if they were coming in under caution. So they will be the first car back down the pit lane. Who joins them? Well, that'll be what we have to watch for.
Shea, you said your father was an absolute optimist with it, but whether I think it's still raining as hard as it was when it really got going before 5 o'clock this morning, it's just simply there's more light in the sky. That was in full darkness, of course. It's still splashing on the pit apron, maybe not as heavy as when it was at its heaviest, but there is still appreciable rain falling. Don't be mistaken in that.
Bruce Jones down there in the pit lane. Thanks to Bruce, to Jamie and to Shea and Joe, who've been doing great work in terrible weather down there in the pit lane. It looks like we're going back racing, and Johnny Palmer will take you to the green flag.
I hope you're coming back at some stage, John, but yes, we will try and get some racing underway with 5.5 hours to go. Tremendous job from everybody, frankly, that's been on air just now. Never like not having any racing, but obviously that was the only decision that could be made, and it was after a prolonged safety car period as well. It's almost as if it was arranged for me, because Tommy Milner's Corvette went off, and you, Jeremy Shaw, the Tommy Milner Corvette went off pretty much at the start of my off period, and I'm back on again, and the green flag's going to fly. Perfect.
Well, yeah, well, exactly. As soon as it was pretty apparent to me we weren't going to go green for a while, I thought, right, time for a bit of a nap. So that's what I've had.
Very sensible.
Not very long, but hopefully I'll be able to last out from here. 5.5 hours to go on this race. Haven't missed anything at all, I don't think. So, you know, ready to rock and roll. A couple of interesting things. Number 33 car in GT Daytona. We still have a dozen cars on the lead lap in GTD. Number 33 car, that had been ahead of the pack behind the safety car pretty much all the way through that extended yellow after Tommy Milner's crash, but then they came into the pits, I think, to make a fuel stop right before the red came out. So that is why number 33 car is now at the back of the field, or at least of those cars on the lead lap in GTD.
It's going to be at least one more lap behind the safety car with the lights still flashing, And the leader's now coming out of Speedway Turn 4 to head across the stripe. It is almost 4 minutes past 9 o'clock now, and I'll give you a rundown of the order towards the end of maybe the next lap, because we have got pit callers heading for the road, including, I thought that was possibly the number 50 car. Certainly the 63 WeatherTech Ferrari is coming into pit lane. And the 63 driven by Dominic Farnbacker from 4th position in the GTD category. Down to Shea to get a report on that.
He's staying behind the wheel of the car. This is actually a surprise, Johnny. I was half expecting to see somebody else taking over for Dominic, but I guess he feels well rested enough to continue. He is getting 4 new Michelin full wet tires for this GTD Ferrari. We'll have to see just what Dominic can do, because he is, as they say in Germany, a Rainmeister.
Let's stay in the pit lane, and Bruce Jones at the other end of it.
The 47 ppm Lamborghini at a standstill. Its front end taped up from earlier incidents out on the circuit. But along with the Junkers Racing Cadillac, the WeatherTech Racing Ferrari, they have to wait at pit exit until they're given the signal to go out. The light is still red for them, so they're losing a bit of time here. And behind me got the FAF Motorsport Porsche is also at the pit stop. It's just refueling.
I thought I had spotted the number 50 car come down pit lane. The Yukos prototype also making a stop, and Willow in bringing that in. So may well be having a driver change. We'll let you know as it goes back out again. Fernando Alonso leads the way then from Dane Cameron's Acura and the car of Ricky Taylor, both Acura DPI, so 10 from 6 from 7, and then the 31 car of Derani for Wheel Engineering Squad, their Cadillac remaining on the lead lap.
Number 50 team, Ricardo Juncos and all the guys from all over the world there are on that team. They've done a really good job. They had some problems. The car was very fast early on. They had an initial delay because they had to actually start from the pit lane. But Agustin Canapino in particular was just stellar at the wheel of that car in the early stages, and they've had all these various niggly problems, so they're a long way back, but they're not going to give up yet. They want to finish this race, and it's been a really fine performance for that team, and they are going to be a fine addition to this IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship in 2019.
The lights are out now on the Audi safety car, so we're going to go green this time around, despite the fact that the rain hasn't really eased off. In fact, Bruce Jones reporting to me on this lap is arguably getting a little bit heavier, but the drivers out there have had the chance to work out where the moisture lies everywhere, and where perhaps there might be slightly drier track. I would imagine that on the steeper banking sections, they may be okay.
Yeah, the banking will be fine, certainly.
Yeah.
And even the short shoots shouldn't be too much of a problem. The bus stop certainly is going to be difficult, and the area down around turn 1 will be tricky, and also at turn 5 and 6 too. I mean, turn 3 is just going to be slippery, but I don't think there's any major problems down there. But you're right, the safety car is in, and on that foot 523 complete, looks like we are going to go racing.
Well, there's only one way to find out whether it is dry enough, and that's to give it a spin. That's exactly what we are going to do. So across the line, Fernando Alonso going to lead from the number 6 Acura of Dane Cameron, and Ricky Taylor can barely see or separate the cars visually down towards turn 1. So much spray there is, but Pipa Derani is trying to make a move as quickly as possible in the number 31 car to get by car number 7. Ricky Taylor can't quite do it. Oh, problems on the main straight away.
Number 48 car is off.
It is, and the number 9 Porsche. There's been a big crash further back as well. One of the Lamborghinis sitting on the grass, and several tyres or possibly wheels off on the grass. The number 9 Porsche desperately trying to get some traction across and ruining the Daytona signage right in front of us on the grass. But to be fair to the number 9 driver, the hood is up and almost right across the windscreen for Zachary Rubicon. So the
Yeah, Zachary Robichon, that's a chap. I mean, he would have loved these conditions as well. He's from Canada. He's been used to driving in the snow and the ice and the rain, and goodness knows what else has been thrown at him there. But that's a real shame. Clearly some cars got together toward the back of the field, coming even before the tri-oval. And there's a couple of cars. Is that the 46 car that's stopped down there as well?
EB Motors car with the Italian flag on the sill, basically, so that's very easy to spot. The green, the white and the red, and that's car 46, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, so
esto va para largo.
Restarting that race, unfortunately not a good start for the Italian squad, who have been Michelin Road to Le Mans winners in the past. You're stranded then on that part of the grass for that crew.
Oh.
It is Taylor Proto in the EB Motors car. And an awful lot of debris on the track, partly on the track, partly beneath the double yellow line, and also there's I'm pretty sure that's a full wheel rather than a tyre that's come off. Yeah, it is. It's a wheel with virtually a brand new Michelin around it, and it's come from Taylor's car because he is missing the rear right wheel and an awful lot of bodywork on that Lamborghini. So clearly that car has been collected in a big way, and that's the reason why he just can't get himself moved from the grass. I just wonder whether that was the number 9 into the back of the 46, and possibly as a direct result of lots of stuff going on in front. I don't want to apportion any blame.
No, I didn't see it happening. I was kind of looking in front of me, and it was off to our left where the incident kind of started. It's ended up kind of just to our left, but it obviously started a good 100 yards or two back up the road from there. I didn't see what order those particular cars were in, because none of those guys were actually on in the lead on a lead lap. The only car that was involved that was on the lead lap, I think, was number 48 of Ryan Hardwick, and he was able to get going.
Okay, yes, definitely the 9 hit the 46. I can hear you, Bruce. Let me know what you've got. Okay, tell me about the 9 car then, which is stuck still on the grass, I believe.
Yeah, Johnny, just to reiterate, front left damage on number 9, right rear damage on the number 46 EB Motors Lamborghini. So I think we can put 2 and 2 together.
Well,
I've
seen the incident again now. I've seen the incident again, and definitely the 9 into the 46. But that was because the 46 was checking up.
Right.
There was also a car on the grass, which might have been actually the Lamborghini. But I mean, that's one of those ripple accidents which all hell's breaking loose ahead, and the guys behind just can't see a thing because of so much spray pouring off the back. And you know, there is no blame there really from either.
No, it's just one of those things that's going to happen, isn't it?
It's just